Do you want to talk about donor bases today?
I was really hoping you were going to say that, Annie. Yeah.
Okay, great, because I think someone asked you about it this morning.
Yes, someone was saying they were in a meeting with their board and everyone was like, how do we grow our donor base? And I felt like, oh, I know the answer.
Okay, well, first, before we start off, I'm Annie Tuckman. I'm the sales director at TapKat.
And I'm Allison Volk. I am the marketing director here at TapKat.
You know, I think a good way, a good way to
Let's
talk.
have some cheese after this.
We should have some cheese. Gouda sounds good. Maybe some manchego too. Okay, a good example of donor bases is the Shelby American Collection.
Perfect.
Yes, because they started off 2016 running sweepstakes on the TapKat platform, and they only had a donor base of about 800 folks.
What?
Yeah, and like 10 of them were actually donating.
And these were folks who had been in the Shelby American Circle for a while. They were attending galas, but not actively donating.
Right, yeah. And so they ran their first sweepstakes, and the sweepstakes did really well, but now they've run a sweepstakes every year since then, and their donor base is like over 64,000 people now.
Whoa!
I know, it's huge.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we should have looked up the percentage of what growth that was.
We should have looked it up.
But
That would have been a good number.
Massive
It's
growth.
huge growth. Yeah, I think you have a slide on it too.
I do.
Maybe while I'm talking right now, you can have that slide. And you're probably seeing the slide right now. So you can see the growth throughout the years of how each year they've grown their base to where it's gotten to this point where it is at the 64,000.
Yeah, it's hugely impressive.
Yeah, super impressive.
So how do you take your base from 800 names that aren't super engaged to 64,000 super engaged donors?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Well, I think it kind of all boils down to incentivized giving, and that's exactly what sweepstakes are. So there's more things to that, but that's the core of this, is that they started, since they had this incentive for donors to make a contribution and have a chance to win a new Shelby car. A lot of people who probably, or who may not have donated before, are now participating and donating to their museum.
So how exactly did they get those new donors?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, I think for all of our nonprofits, or at least a large amount of them that are running sweepstakes on our platform, it's a lot of different things that are happening marketing-wise to make the sweepstakes successful.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the organic stuff that the museum was doing, I mean, it's such a great way to convert traffic coming through the museum.
Okay, perfect.
And, you know, a lot of people who just come in and they purchase their purchase their tickets to visit the museum, like they're not giving all that data to the museum.
Right, so how can you reach out to them time and time again? You sell them a ticket for one visit to the museum and then they're gone.
Yeah, but with the sweepstakes, now they have all this, now they have all their contact information. They can cultivate them as donors or offer them another sweepstakes the next time there is a sweepstakes.
Perfect.
On top of that, they get a lot of website visitors. They've got information about their museum and about the cars in the collection on their website. And so they're also converting those website visitors. And then they've got a social media following. So of course, like social is important, but they're doing paid ads as well.
So they're advertising for their sweepstakes on Facebook,
on Instagram, and then they're using different blogs, places that are, you know, car collectors or car enthusiasts are hanging out, like Auto Week or, you know, those kind of publications that are dedicated to cars.
Okay, so I think what I hear you saying is that when you have a sweepstakes and you have a prize, of course, for your sweepstakes, you can take the sweepstakes, promote it on different social channels and to different mailing lists, and those people who are interested in the prize will donate, and then you capture their information, and then they're a donor for your nonprofit.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I'm forgetting too that the museum did is they tapped into their partners and sponsor network.
Brilliant.
So they're getting free, you know, not free, but they're getting advertising from those different partners.
And sometimes it is free.
Sometimes it is free, yeah, exactly. And it's a little easier for them to go to a partner and be like, hey, can you send out an email versus can you write us a check for 10 grand?
And it's helpful for the partner too, because they want to show that they're doing good in their community and supporting their local nonprofit.
Definitely, absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in other words, sweepstakes are a great way to build your donor base, whether or not you have a brick and mortar museum like the Shelby American Collection.
Yeah, that's so true. We have a lot of nonprofits on the platform that they don't have a location. And they are not a museum that's dedicated to Shelby's, and they found a cool prize, and they're growing their base like crazy.
Crazy. Wow, Annie, thank you so much for sharing.
Should we go get some cheese?
Some Gouda.
Some Gouda. Let's go get some
I'll
Gouda.
just say that sounds really Gouda too.
Okay. All right.
That was
Happy-
a stinky one.